Superstar.
What's going on, everybody? This is Superstar O here, and thank you once again for tuning in and watching these videos. Now, as you can see, man, me and IndustryKits, or us at IndustryKits, should I say, we've been hitting you guys hard this month of October with just crazy music producer products back to back to back. I mean, we released 2 VSTs this month alone, crazy contact bank and other stuff. But this release here is going to be the last one for October, the last one probably for a couple of weeks. But I wanted to get it out to you just because one of these releases is something that we've been saying we're going to get you, and also I was like, well, might as well throw in a couple of the other releases that are ready to go as well. So 3 brand new releases at IndustryKits.com, which you are going to love as usual. So what is it? Let's go ahead and get right to it. Up first, as you all know, the Hades Canon VST, we released it actually this month early on. And we said one of the things about it was we were going to be bringing you guys expansions on the regular. Now that doesn't mean every 2 weeks or maybe not even every month, but very frequently. And this is the first release of the first expansion pack. This expansion pack is called UnderWorld. It comes with 50 brand new presets for Hades Canon, which brings it up to 100 presets. It's around 2.5 gigs in size for these 50 presets because they're HD quality. Some of them are multi-layered samples, and each sound has multiple keys so it doesn't have to stretch too far. And they're really dope sounds. You're gonna love them. I mean, it's only $24.95, so 25 bucks basically for 50 brand new sounds that you can mess around with inside Hades Canon. And we're gonna go over here, of course, and I'm gonna give you a demonstration of that and also show you how to load those up. Or kind of explain how to load those up inside of the VST as well. Now, as for the other 2 products, one of them is something that's been highly requested, and that's a Bryson Tiller type Minion loop pack. You guys have said, can you make something like that for a long time now? And actually, one of our fellow partners that does work with this came to me with this product, and it's a Minion loop pack. It has 5 beats in it, I believe, right? Let me make sure to confirm for you. Yeah, 5 different beats in it. All of them have the MIDI files. All of them have the wave track outs, of course, and the tempo of the track. And it's, you know, $14.95, 15 bucks or whatever. Very nice pack if you're trying to learn how to make those type of tracks, or just want a little bit of, you know, inspiration for that type of track, even if you already know how to. It's called Bryson Thriller, though. You know, just to give it a little spice. But yeah, you can hear a demo of all 5 of the beats it comes with to see if it's something you might want to mess around with, the loops that are in it and stuff. Of course, just by usually going to the website, clicking the view demo, and it'll download an MP3 to let you hear all the beats that are in there. And last up, we have the DG Drums and More pack, which is basically a drum kit. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's from a fellow producer. The producer's a really nice producer. He's the top-selling My Flash Store producer at the current moment. Of course, when you see this video, that changes frequently. But he's a really good producer. It has a lot of stuff in it, not just drum kit, but it has really clean, really dope drums in it. But it also has like these crazy dope, like ambient, like recordings. I don't even know how to explain them, but they're what you would make Bryson Tiller type beats out of. These crazy, like, really weird ambient dope ass loops, which is what's hot right now. It has loops in there, it has rise effects, it has sound effects, it has drums, it has all other kinds of loops. It has a whole bunch of stuff. That's why it's called Drums and More, because it's not just a drum kit. But it's super dope, and I also made a little demo of that to give you a taste of what all is included in that. And if you want to download that demo, the same thing. You just go to the site, click View Demo, and it'll download. But it's super dope. I know you're gonna like it for sure. It's definitely gonna add a bunch of things to your sound collection that you don't have, and many of the things that you probably want. Like when I first reviewed the kit and heard the ambient loops and stuff, I was really impressed. So I know you're gonna really like it. So without further ado, and to try to make this video not too long, we're gonna go over here and I'm gonna go through some of the sounds in the new Hades Canon VST expansion, which is called UnderWorld. Alright, so we are on the studio computer. As you can see, we have Hades Canon open up in all of its magnificence. If you have not picked up the Hades Canon VST by now, you're slipping on your pimpin' dog. You need to pick it up. It's only $43, and as you can see, we are consistently going to be bringing you new sounds. Anyway, so Hades Canon is opened up. let's just move this to make it look better. So first off, before we get into the demonstration on how you use these sounds, first let's show you how you put them in the actual VST. So all you have to do, if you look at here, look at this right here, you just have to find where you installed Hades Canon to. So for me, I installed it to my VSTs folder, which is probably what you did. So you just go to your VSTs folder on your hard drive, find Hades Canon VST folder, click in there. I'm using PC, so it says you 32 or 64-bit. I use the 64-bit, so I'll click in there, and then you'll see a folder that'll say Hades Canon Instruments, or I think on Mac it might say Sounds Factory or something, but you just look for the Sounds folder, then you just click in that Sounds folder, and you just copy and paste the you can do the whole expansion folder. As you can see, I have it right there. You just drop it in here, close out of it, and then Hades Canon will automatically see them when next time you load it up. It'll see all the new sounds and open it. Now, like I said, for example, see program files. Well, this won't be the same for you, but this is where mine is. Hades Canon, 64-bit, bam. Now, the only thing about this right now is the fact that if you click this now, you'll see all the sounds pop up. At first there was 50 sounds that come stock with the VST, and now this is 50 more with this expansion, so there's 100 presets here now. But the thing is, the dev, when making or when exporting this expansion pack, forgot to give all these 50 new sounds their own abbreviations, such as this is called UnderWorld. So it should, like for instance, it should say, you know, so these are the new sounds, like 808 bang. It should say UW bang, so you know it's an UnderWorld sound. And all these should say UW and then whatever the sound name is, instead of, you know, effects, hit, LD, KY, instead of all of that. So just so that you can tell what sounds are from what, because that's the downside to this right now. It's not too big of a downside. I know you might, it's not like a game breaker or nothing, a deal breaker, but it is annoying that when you click this now, you can't tell what sounds are from the expansion and what sounds are factory. But and he couldn't re-export it all because you can't just simply rename the files. I tried to do that and it didn't work. You have to re-export all of them, all these presets, which would take like a week for them to do. So for this one, we had to leave it like it is. But in the future, all the expansions that come out are gonna have abbreviations, so you know exactly what expansion that sound is from. And also, we're gonna be trying to do an update to the VST so that when you click this expansions slot right here, you can load up these expansions easier instead of just copying and having to copy and paste them right here and such, and they all just open up in this thing. But for this demonstration, I'm just gonna go through some of these presets for you and let you check them out. Now, one thing though, it's gonna take a little bit slower because, like I said, I can't even tell what sounds are from the expansion and what sounds are factory. So I'm gonna have to keep opening this up and looking at the names and then going through it. But it shouldn't be too. It shouldn't. You know, it's only 50 sounds, so it's not too big of a deal. Well, 50 is a lot, but you know, it's not like there's 100 or more, and I have to keep looking. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's definitely worth the purchase. You're gonna hear, you get 50 brand new sounds for this VST, so it takes you up to 100, and it's only 24 bucks. You can't really beat that. And yeah, so let's go ahead, stop talking, get into this demonstration, and hopefully you enjoy. Yeah, let's get it. of trying to go through all the presets, I'm going to go through just like a few of each section. So that was just a few of the 808s. As you can hear, they're dope as hell. And there's more in here, as you can see from the list of the sound names, but we're going to keep it going to the next categories. All right, so hopefully you could get a sense of the sounds that are in here. Definitely 100% worth the price. I mean, 24 bucks, you're getting 50 brand new sounds. We didn't go through them all, but we went through a lot of them. And they're just top quality, top notch. And that's why it's 50 sounds and it's 2.5 gigs in size. I had somebody email me last night. I think it was because Nazitek already has the expansion on his site for sale, and he's seen it, and he emailed me. This dude emailed me, a customer, like, hey man, why is it 2.5 gigs in size and it's only 50 sounds? You know, that's kind of a big for 50 sounds. And I had to explain to him that 2.5 gigs nowadays actually isn't that big at all. I mean, you can get a 1 terabyte drive for fairly cheap, and it's a 1 terabyte is 1,000 gigs. So 2.5 gigs is not very bad, but the reason why it is 2.5 gigs for 50 sounds is because these sounds are HD quality samples. Some of these presets, as you could hear, this one is multi-layered with different samples as well and different sounds. And so over here, we rather give you quality over, you know, trying to save some space on a computer. I mean, when you can just upgrade to get a new hard drive or something. You know, the sound and the quality of the sound is what we care about the most here, of course, and what you should care about the most. So hopefully the 2.5 gigs isn't a problem with you. I probably wouldn't hear anybody else complain about it, but I just wanted to say in the video, of course, why it is that size. And I'm sure you can appreciate that, and you would rather us give the highest quality sounds we can than make them smaller and, you know, less quality like some instruments do. And a lot of people also get confused where they say, well, how come you can do a silent bank that has like 100 and something sounds and it's so small, it's like not even a megabyte or something super small? That is because a VST instrument like Silent is a synthesizer VST, kind of like the Virus TI module that I have over here. You can't see it, I don't think, but you know, a synthesizer, but it's a VST. All you do on those, well, it's not all you do, it's still hard to make them, but to make a preset on Silent, you basically are sitting there and you're tweaking all the knobs, you're turning the LFOs, you're turning on effects. It all starts with just one like static sound, and you turn that static sound into like the presets that you hear us make. And same with Massive, you know, Spire, a lot of banks like that. There's synthesizers. Now, things like Nexus, Contact, Hades Canon, these are sample-based VSTs where we actually go in, we make these sounds or sample them from other places and then multi-layer them so they're actually brass sounds, guitar sounds, pianos, things you can't get in a synthesizer. You can't get a real piano, a real brass, a real string, a real guitar in Silent because Silent is a synthesizer. You have to get a VST instrument like these, which are actual sample sounds in there, which are real sounds. So obviously the samples are bigger in size. So of course a preset bank for a sample-based VST is going to be much larger than a preset bank for like a synthesizer VST, because essentially one preset in Silent, all that is when you click it to load it up, it just twists all the knobs in the right places to make that sound. But these presets, you click it and it loads up all the samples and all the layers across the keys and everything that we've done to make that, which needs more space, obviously. So hopefully you enjoyed this preset bank demo expansion and this release. I know you're going to love it if you pick it up, and it's going to have you using Hades Canon even more. If you're using it, while you're using it, make sure you tag me on Instagram. Feel free to tag Superstar O. I definitely have been seeing a lot of producers using it, getting a lot of good feedback, and we're happy about that. We're happy that you guys are happy about this, and we're going to continue to update it, continue to bring you new sounds for it. And stay tuned for more. IndustryKits.com, grind or die. And we out this piece, man. We out this bitch, man. Nah, pick it up, man. Hades Canon, expansion, UnderWorld. You see what we did there? Hades Canon, first expansion is called UnderWorld. It's got the 3 dogs as the, yeah, nah.